On that note, do we want to take a question?
Let's take a question from Yahoo Movies.
From Yahoo Movies, because we really desperately need people. Anyone who's listening to this, please send us some emails with some questions. No question is too stupid. Yes, I know I'm opening myself up to a lot of stupid questions, but no question is too stupid.
This will be the last time you say that.
Send them.
You can have a different disclaimer next time.
Please,
just
no
make
stupids.
sure you put in how you would. Excuse me. Stop laughing. I'm putting important information here.
No dick pics.
Okay.
No dick pics. First of all, I know that I'm opening myself up for that because and I will judge you, and it will be a long, detailed judgment.
Well, some of them won't be as long as others.
Well, obviously.
Might.
So send in your
It might not
questions.
take long for the jury to deliberate.
At gmail.com, right? Blue Heaven Pictures, the email.
Yeah, blueheavenpictures@gmail.com.
And once again, please tell us how you'd like to be referred to and your pronouns so we can get that just right for you.
Or if you just like us to call you a dingling.
Yeah, I mean, if whatever you want. Send those in. No question is too stupid. So this is an anonymous question from Yahoo Entertainment. Do you know any sad movies so I can go around acting like I'm all sad some more?
What? All right. Well, here's a little bit of a personal tale. I think that anything that you can react to at the time based on your mood can be a sad film. I watched Wizard of Oz when I was 13 years old, and I was in a very bad place. And when Judy Garland started sobbing at the gates of the Emerald City, I also lost my goddamn mind.
And to be fair, watching Judy Garland cry is honestly one of the worst things. She is so.
She's got
such good sad
tragic
face.
cry face.
You don't want her to be sad. It's
It's
like watching a puppy cry.
It's like watching a butterfly get crushed.
Exactly.
Especially in that film.
Or an ice skater when they fall down. That's just sad.
Oh yeah, yeah. But seeing a rabbit get caught in the fence and eaten by a cat ass first. That's that's the feeling that you get in your heart.
That's exactly the feeling that we got in the heart.
Rabbits
details
screaming. It was just a topic at Red Letter Media and their best of the worst. And
in regard to Night of the Lepus.
In Night of the Lepus, and they didn't use
that.
They didn't use that sound in the film nearly as much as they should have. For those of you who aren't in the Midwest, and I can't imagine that if you're listening to this podcast, you don't live in the Midwest.
It is honestly the worst.
Have you? I mean, we've all heard it. We've all heard it in the middle of the deep night. Yeah. It sounds like
we had cats when I was a kid.
Fed into a wood chipper. I didn't know that rabbits could make the noise that comes out of them when they get attacked by a cat or a dog or a coyote or whatever. And we've all heard it in this room.
It's awful.
It is the worst.
It's awful.
So, what movie would you watch if you wanted to go around to be sad and stuff some more?
I think In the Bedroom has crushed me before watching that film.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Sissy Spacek, Tom Wilkinson, Nick Stahl, Marissa Tomei. That's a pretty heavy one.
I mean,
21 Grams as well.
Oh, yeah. Anything by Lars von Trier is going to break your goddamn heart.
Yeah.
Medea or
for me,
Dance
it's
for
Grave
the Dark.
of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies.
I watched that. That movie is a beautiful movie. I watched it once because emotionally I can't put myself through that again.
Schindler's List.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful movie. Can't really watch more than once in a while just because it is so emotionally
A Place in the
draining.
Sun definitely will take you out of a good mood.
And
if you're
speaking
in
of Lady Times, I did actually get crying during the end scene of Empire,
Return of the Jedi. Oh yeah,
where,
tell that story.
I was on my period, and
wow.
Sorry, Gene. And I was very emotional, as any ladies out there know, and get very emotional during that time of the month. And we were watching the scene, and the Emperor's lightning bolting Luke, and he's pleading for us, And I just started bawling like a little kid. Like, I had to listen to really happy, like, Madonna music afterwards. I listened to, like, Holiday about 50 times just to take myself out of that emotional place because I was so freaking depressed.
And you also care about that character, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's a
Even now,
different,
when I talk about it, I'm just like, oh.
it's a
Jeez.
different thing than I think story structure-wise, but will be a whole different show subject is the prequels versus the
Oh, my
original
Lord.
trilogy. But I
We've
think
got
you
a
care about that
friend.
protagonist.
We've got a friend who thinks that the prequels are better than the original series, and
I feel
we'll
like I'm
have a
going to be
healthy debate
absent for
about
that
Yeah.
episode. 'Cause I don't. Me and Michael
have
are
to-
just going to be outside in
just-
the other room. We just let them
as
go.
as Scott's
just-
flipping the table,
Oh, just you guys are just
screaming.
going to be outside the doors, taking pictures through the window, through the glass.
I do want that episode to happen, though. We do have to get
it's
Christian in
going to
here.
sound like
We're gonna have a debate.
it's going to sound like
not gonna
bunnies
be
in a
debate.
thresher.
Yes.
Just Scott screaming.
And me and Mike are going to be over here on the other side. Me and Michael are going to be on the other side. We're just
Christian,
gonna
bring
be,
it
like,
all, and
drinking
also
smoothies.
a friend of mine, Dominic Natoli. Will they are both?
Well, then you got to have you got to have a second for me because I'm not going toe to toe with those two morons by myself. That's asymmetrical. That's like
I'll-
Jason going up against two Jasons.
Yeah. It'd be. It's just like Scott versus with his hands tied behind his back against two Freddy Kruegers. You just
No, I don't want that.
It's like
I
Scott
want-
is Jason and it's two Freddy Kruegers, and Scott does not have
and
his
I do
machete.
not have my machete. Look, anybody.
I just want to film Anne listening to it. That's what I.
You know what's going
I
to
think
I'm
that-
going to be in the corner, and I'm going to be with my phone. I'm going to be reading Harry Potter smut because I'm going to have to dissociate myself from the whole thing.
We have to have them on, though. I think that is, and that's one show that I think needs to be filmed.